does actually have kind of a sick ice climber.
It does, yeah. But we've seen the Falco come out. We've seen the young Link.
By the way, look at this Pokemon merch on both of these players. Working my Puff into Tough. Yes, I get it.
That's an old school shirt. I think I used to remember.
I've never seen it.
I think Dark.
From back in the day.
I think Dark used to wear that shirt.
That's a deep cut.
That is Dark.
Yeah. Shout outs to Dark and Dazwa if y'all are watching.
Dark and
Tri-State.
That's right.
Shout outs.
New England.
Remember
New England Melee.
Do you guys remember when Dark got a Phantom Rest on Dr. Pee-Pee at ROM 2?
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
No. I do remember that.
Oh,
he got another.
I do remember
he got
when
another
Dark
Phantom
Rain
Rest on. I think it was like Shiz at Genesis 2.
One of the most bad beats in Melee. But
do you
we are
remember
getting
when Dark Rain got a Phantom back air on PC Chris? That's the worst beat of all time.
Phantom Rest hurts more because you got to sit there as your
That is actually super true.
And like wonder where it all went wrong.
Done.
Because your character falls asleep and you hear the ching.
But it was a Phantom back air edgeguard versus Falco, and he did get spiked immediately after.
That's a bad beat.
Oh,
no.
Speaking of that, yeah.
Oh, Aklo, what are you doing here?
Aklo?
2saint Aklo?
Yeah, a little bit of the Tri-Saint Tri-State taunt rubbing off here on 2saint. That was a tongue twister.
Our East Coast players.
I got myself into
bad influences.
Yeah.
Our East Coast players love to hit the D-pad up button, Mikey.
They do be doing that. I've heard
what an up smash. He scooped him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing that Axe tends to look for a lot is like comboing aerials like edge cancel forward air into up smash on platforms. Because you know the up smash is strong, but like how do you get to it is the question I think in this matchup.
Gonna be a lot of single hits in this kind of floaty matchup here. We saw some creative stuff from Axe already, and early percents he went for back throw forward air onto the side platform.
Ooh.
He's gonna have to be quite creative to get full combos on this character here.
Yep.
But man, what an unfortunate first stock for Axe. Looked like he kind of got battlefielded there by the edge.
Yeah, not too often that you see him miss those angles like that.
Either way, he's fought back very well here on battlefields.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think he was looking for an up smash there when he wave landed on the side platform. 2saint downer came out first though.
Ooh, intercepted. Yeah, that's one thing about that second zap of the Pikachu up B is that it kind of elongates the hurt box of Pikachu, so you can just kind of throw out a move in that general direction, and there's going to be an increased chance that it hits.
That's true. Yeah, Pikachu stretches out like a weird hyper-dimensional pancake.
Yeah.
Very strange.
And 2saint has to be a little worried about up air into Thunder. That's an option that Axe could represent soon.
The pace of this match could not be any more different than what we just saw. Sheik versus Fox.
Yeah, for sure.
What a crazy game this is. And I always think about how Axe has to play both styles, you know? It must be hard. He's balls to the wall versus Spaceys versus Falcon. But versus Puff, he's got to totally play differently.
That's how it is.
It's the limitation of low-tier characters. You know, they can't enforce a game plan.
Yeah, he has to win neutral so many more times, which is really rough as Pikachu, because your damage output is not very good.
Would you say Pika's like solidly a mid-tier character, right? I called him low-tier, but I mean low on the viable scale.
Right, yeah. I
Mid-tier.
Pika's like in the
solid
edge of viable.
He's a mid-high, right? He's a mid-high, I would describe him as.
But, you know, it's like upper middle class. You're still nothing compared to, like, the billionaires.
The bourgeoisie.
The Spaceys and the
Pikachu's definitely proletariat.
That's right.
Does not own the means of production.
A rat of the people, so to speak.
Oh my goodness!
Batter swing.
Pikachu with max speed IVs and EVs just outspeeding that Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Do not test my reactions.
I actually bet Pikachu just kind of outspeeds Jigglypuff naturally. If
Absolutely.
I had to guess what
and that's what we witnessed there. Even though Puff was going as fast as I've ever seen them.
That's true. The IVs do help. Also, Roll, it's actually a rock move if you would believe it.
Well, that's super effective against electricity, isn't it?
That's ground.
Or is it just ground?
That's ground. But, you know, people mix those up. Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa, he's taking for a ride.
Yeah, that does
6
all
damage.
like, yeah, I was going to say that's
No
like
jump?
10 damage from that.
Oh!
Whoa, there we go, though.
Yeah.
Axe taking
The
the lead.
moment you're playing Puff and you get caught slipping as you return to the ledge, Axe is looking for that.
One thing I will say, it's slightly critical, but, you know, whatever, is that I've just noticed that 2saint is very, I'll say it, how shall I say, liberal with his jump usage. I noticed that in a different set, too. Very comfortable to spend 3 or 4 jumps off the stage, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that just caught up with him right there. He's out of jumps, had to pound, and Axe was right there with the up smash.
Again, Good observation there, Bobby.
Yeah. I think it's definitely better to spend the jumps than to overly save them. You know, you don't want to be on the last boss with 200 mega elixirs and like not use them.
That's me, by the way.
Me too, exactly. Yeah. I think I'm very stingy with my jumps.
Yeah, I kind of pride myself on it, though.
I think that it is cool that 2saint's down to use it, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's another thing, though, that Pikachu does have that closing speed, and the more predictable you make your landings, if you're going for a bunch of jumps over and over again, the more likely it's going to be that Axe picks up on that and can find the up smash that is going to kill you, like maybe even at this percent in some situations. Like, finds it on a platform or something like that.
Yeah, if he got it right there, it may have killed.
Yeah.
2saint looks like he's fishing. I'm seeing these up tilts start to come out.
That's a habit I've noticed from 2saint. He is super happy to actually just stand still on a side platform at times and wait for his opponent to throw out an ill-advised up air.
Yeah.
That's kind of his game plan in some matchups, is actually just like look for the one haymaker and even fail sometimes if he knows it's not going to cost him stock. But right now, 91% it will. If he, you know, whiffs something, he could get up smash.
You got to look for your win condition, though, and I, you know, super respect it.
Yeah.
Axe playing this properly, not pressuring the ledge too much.
Axe is down to just pound the damage slowly but surely.
That's right.
Up tilt, by the way, I think at this percent will probably not come on a rescue mode. If I had to guess, Pikachu would probably go too far.
Hasn't really attempted it even.
Landing with Nair, I think that's a little bit, makes me a bit nervous. I think Nair's a little bit slow, even if you out-cancel it. Ooh, starting to get the M&M shield. Yeah, 2saint back up in the air.
Great defense by 2saint.
Oh.
This is some great defense.
Oh my goodness.
Axe relentless, but 2saint keeping his composure.
Oh, what a down air.
Can 2saint bring this back?
Got a minute 30. Oh, barely survives that with DI.
Hit by the thunder gel.
Unfortunate to go across the stage with that.
This is scary.
Yeah. Wow, and Axe just staying close to him.
Again.
Looking for a whip punish. Oof.
Both players
Whoa!
must be.
If that didn't reverse.
Yoinked off stage, but again.
No way!
Wow, are you kidding me?
God.
2saint wins the game, 1-0.
Wow.
He just up smashed his soul there.
I'm wondering what Axe was. Maybe Axe was thinking, I'll land.
Landing,
and then 2saint's like being really defensive,
Exactly.
right? Let me get him in shield, but 2saint let it rip.
Babare.
My
I mean,
goodness.
that's the risk with doing really late shield pressure aerials sometimes. 2saint knew when to let the up smash rip. They're out of shields.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a back and forth game
That was
there.
insane.
I call that the perseverance from 2saint. He never gave up for a moment.
No, yeah. Never gave up. That's draining for Axe to play a 7-minute and change game like that and have it not pan out when he was up for a good chunk of that.
All right, here we go in game 2. Letting another up smash rip. That one may be a bit less.
Ooh, okay.
This is like something that PP remarked on when we commentated a bunch of 2saint and Rollback Rumble, was like, wow, 2saint really down to scrap, really down to throw out like big thing that might take your stock, or I might get whip punished, but I don't care because I'm not going to die. And he'll do that over and over. And then he's also down to completely shift the momentum and play super slow, super patient, a lot of double jump usage, like you said, burning a lot of his double jumps.
Yeah, he just did it right there.
And I think it can be jarring for his opponent that he plays these two very drastically different styles, pacing.
It almost looks like he'll use the lack of double jumps as a bait. It almost looks that way. Kind of used 3 or 4, he's still got 1 left.
And that's all he really needs for his mix-up.
Exactly.
Kind of
Right.
I'm glad we're getting to watch this. Oh, that was a rollout.
Oh, that was an up smash. There it is.
There it is, nice.
Really nice weight by Axe. Fool me once, you ain't gonna fool me again.
Can't get fooled again.
Can't get fooled again.
I won't get fooled again. Oh! You gotta hold out eventually.
I'm not even sure what Puff is supposed to do there. You literally just hold away, huh?
You hold away.
Looks like it.
What if you held through and rested? You ever thought of that, Toph?
I'm sure some Puff has thought of that.
Maybe.
You think 2saint hasn't thought of that?
I think he might have tried it first.
Nah, he's thought of that. He's thought of that.
He's
Didn't
thought of
get
it.
much closer to
He
it,
knows. He knows.
It's one of those situations like up throw up air where you might as well go for it because you're just going to get hit by the move anyway if it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
2saint has not got a rest in either of these games, and he is looking for the up tilt conversion here.
2saint is baiting out up smashes on the platform. That's the second time I've seen it. Axe waiting on the platform, and 2saint's kind of hovering around in that airspace. It's acting like it's unsafe, but he has not gotten hit. Oh, my goodness.
Tossing him out.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Axe actually down to clown.
The floor is lava,
Yeah.
2saint. There's a Pikachu who is trying to send you to the skies.
A lot of that, though, can also be sending a message, like, kind of, this is something I know 2saint does. He's talked about this. He'll spam a move, well, right there, okay, so he just played it straight. 2saint was talking, though, about how he'll spam a move 3 or 4 times to almost make his opponent look for it, and then he's actually looking for something completely different, which I think is really neat.
Tricky.
Do that with Pound,
Yeah.
for example.
I just feel like the game is getting to such a level where people can have different play styles, different strategies. We're really starting to see them. I feel like it's a great time to be a Melee player and commentator.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Not trying to
Getting
that
to
down.
watch.
Oh, wait a minute.
2saint. Throwing that noggin around a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But is he pressuring the kill a little too hard here? Axe is able to find a counter hit in air. Another one. Just adding on damage hit by hit in this floaty matchup.
Axe doing a great job holding on and not getting hit by any big moves.
Yeah, man, making 2saint really work for these stocks. Back air by back air.
Yeah, yeah.
Have not seen a single rest yet. I'm really curious to see if there's going to be any setups as we continue on in this best of 5.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. 2saint?
Wow.
Excuse me?
The fear.
I
Squeeze me?
assumed he thought he needed to press the L button to detect like a bear or something, and then, you know, obviously if you don't get hit, you just drop.
Follow me,
Right.
Pikachu. That was a follow me. You know who we got? We got Hungry Box.
A special guest
Hungry Box.
In the area.
Don't mind me. I'm just watching the Pokemon battle. And I think this is what Axe kind of does. Even if he loses the first game, he understands how incredibly early up smash can kill. And if you're Pikachu, like, yeah, like that.
Jesus.
You understand what I just said?
He just died at 60,
No, he
under
died at
70%. Yeah, off of a smash.
Yep, and that's what it is. He can go for as many of those as he wants, and that's always a guaranteed kill setup if he goes straight up. Especially on his last status, and that's why he likes it. So, comeback factor, that was a solid 3-stock after a super close game 1. So
Yeah.
he's ready to play.
But
Jeez.
this might be a little
This
bit
is the
rough.
battle. This is the war of attrition right here.
Yeah, that's right. This might be the long haul.
H-Box, is there any reliable rest setup that Puff can get on Pikachu?
Sure.
Just up tilt, or is there anything else?
Yeah, up tilt rest is by far the best. It pokes into the shield. And if you're feeling kind of saucy, you can actually nair rest Pikachu.
Okay,
He's
okay.
at that sort of
Ooh,
range.
But he-
that's a little bit of sauce.
Firepuff 12, he is that small hitbox, though.
Right.
It is quite difficult.
No,
2saint
this is an uphill battle.
Oh, yeah.
Puff wins match hard. But Axe has this amazing ability to sort of guess pretty accurately where you're going to be. And again, if he hits an up smash, it's just one more step. So yeah, he's the only pick I think can do it at top level, which is not surprising. That goes for a lot of matchups. But 2saint,
right,
you know, he's improved tremendously. He doesn't rush in as like aggressively as he does, but when he does against Axe, all he's going to do is just shield, do a nair, and then bread and butter, rinse and repeat. And if you can find one up smash out of like the 6 he throws out, it's a kill.
That makes sense to me, yeah.
It's a numbers game at that point. All you need is one. How many universes do we beat Thanos?
Yeah, and even right here, there's actually an even stock.
Longer matchup. Our game 1 actually almost went to timeout about a minute away. I feel like on Dreamland, it's actually a possibility here.
I saw that. Actually, Axe had that. There you go, get stock 1. Axe actually had the first game in his hands. He just really needs to play keep away. And if 2saint would have approached at that point, literally just shield nair or up air. But I think he got antsy. And now it's gonna do pause and back throw into nair.
Back to an air.
And I think I'm liking the fact that Axe keeps baiting him off the stage. Like if you get lucky, you can read Pikachu. But what you want to do is grab the ledge as Puff, let him up B back on, and you have like all the time in the world to either up air or back air, or even get a rest if you're smart.
If you're smart. If you're quick enough.
I guess patient.
I feel like one factor is Pikachu has to be really high percent to be up being so close to ledge there.
Right there, that was a near rest potentially. He's finding good wall of pain here.
The wall of pain, that's a term I haven't heard in a while.
I haven't heard that since Smashboards.
We used to talk about the wall of pain every time we talked about Puff.
That was the meta back then.
Yeah.
Just kick until they die.
Has it really changed?
Not much. I guess you gotta do these fancy little technical terms now. But
H-Box, just in general, is there anything you can say about 2saint's style of Puff that you feel like really differs from yours?
Oh, for sure. I think he's much more of a risk taker. I think he also has been innovating recently with some new stuff, which I have never done before, and I guess I choose not to because I'm too shocked to do it. I feel like if I miss it, if you miss the two drop this thing off the ledge, you're literally dead. If you miss one of those whip forward smashes against certain characters, literally dead. But if it works, it works. Like, there's more than one way to play melee always. So I'm learning from him, we're learning from each other at this point, and it's really cool to see how far he's pushed his own play style. But like you saw against sort of Plup and IBDW at the tip-top level, you have to sort of play your cards. Like there's only so much Puff can do against like a tip-top level Sheik or Fox. This matchup obviously a little different when you have a winning matchup.
I feel like we could go the distance here. Still like 3 stocks apiece.
I'll let you, after this stock, I'll let you know if it's going to go on time or not. I can tell you like for certainty.
How do you know how can you tell us how you calculate it or how you think about it?
Because of the respawn platform, he'll see whether or not they're stalling.
This actually will not go to time.
Based on the current pace?
The fact that Axe lost his second stock above 4 minutes, and that he came right down from the platform. I think he's going to go right here, get an up smash, and because he does that, he's going to get 2saint a little antsy. They're going to get more mixed up and go for a rest setup. And if he misses the rest or hits it, it's going to end the game sooner.
Yeah, you saw that tricky stuff.
The heck was that?
Yeah, that
was
There you go.
You know what, H-Box? What the heck, man?
What's up?
Yeah, I just saw an up smash. I mean, I know that you said I know that's the move he's going for, but I've seen a lot of attempts of up smash before 4 minutes, and they didn't hit.
It really is the whole matchup in this case. And like I said, if you're Axe and you can go for an up smash, first of all, you're not going to get punished by rest at all. No one's crazy enough to like rest punish and up smash. It's so fast. And second of all, if you hit it, look at this. This might be a kill too. Has to read the pound. Okay, no jump.
Yeah, still.
Oh! All right. Oh my God, he died.
Forcing out the options. You know 2saint doesn't have too many jumps left, and the later jumps are going to be smaller. So you know with relative certainty where he's going to be. You just throw out the zapper.
And that's why I was saying this wouldn't be a timeout. You saw just sort of how aggressively 2saint rushed in, and Axe went for like this 6-hit string. And again, now he's way back in his element, and I don't think 2saint is too familiar with how to fight a Pikachu right now at this level, especially on land.
I'm still really surprised at that kill because it looked like 2saint got some pretty decent DI. He was in the top corner, and it is Dreamland. It's a huge stage.
That's a case where even a little smash DI could have saved his life there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's a multi-hit move, too.
Yep.
So, like, you get a couple extra chances in there.
Yep.
And what Axe loves to do is go on the side platforms because Puff doesn't expect up smash to like swing that far out. But if you're right on the edge of the platform, it actually goes way far. Like, reminds me of Fox's. You're right there, see? And no risk at all. Full insurance. Yep.
Good trade for Axe, of course.
Yeah.
Axe just needs to not lose his stock and then get too greedy. That's the only way he loses. Literally just shield and go for nair and up air, he wins. Play for
Waiting
time,
for that ledge cancel down air rest. Let's see if we can get one of those.
We're all waiting to see a rest attempt from 2saint, but he has not gone for it yet.
Yeah. If he's going to go for a whiffed up smash or forward smash, Axe is going to punish in 2-stock.
The issue is that this rat scar is just so small. A lot of characters like that have a bigger hitbox, nair rest might be an easier thing to go for. This rat, you really don't want to risk it.
Okay, that was actually a very important pound, but just a little too slow on the number there. Axe can live two more back airs, now one more. Oh. Yeah, Nair will kill. Ooh. All right, this is, again, please.
When you say Nair will kill, you mean Pika Nair?
Yeah, Nair will kill.
No, but how much percent does he need to get on Pikachu for rest to kill from center stage here? Like 30? 20?
Like 10?
Okay. Yeah, Pikachu's going to fly.
Okay. Yeah, not super heavy.
I'm a little scared.
So 2 more hits, 1 or 2 more hits for 2saint.
There we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Look, I'm going to say right now, that's the worst possible pound you can go for. because you can just hold down. She's not going to pop up. Yeah. If Axe is like 20, go for that pound.
Really?
Yep. Not at 9.
Not at 9. It's crouch cancel.
Yeah, you crouch cancel it. Wow, well, Axe did not let that first game phase him at all, and just kind of, I wouldn't say wrecked him, but solid win on Dreamland.
Solidly outpaced him.
And
for sure.
Yeah. And now 2saint, he's second guessing himself here. Dreamland's definitely the pick here. Don't go anywhere else. Yeah. It's just that up smash down B is way too scary.
It's worth thinking about it if you lose on a certain stage. It's like, do I really want to go back to it? But if there's a right answer, I think just go.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Right there, you just grab the ledge, hold on to it, and Pikachu has to go. Oh no!
That was a reach
hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does
God.
30 damage.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was super high.
Bit of a reach from 2saint.
Yeah, you gotta.
Crazy, that's a normal move. That's not even the same type of attack bonus.
Uh-oh, he might actually die here.
What are you doing out there?
Okay.
Oh, up there would have
Check
been
under it.
Nice wait for the spot dodge.
Yeah, very smart.
Not a ton that he got off of it, but it's a statement.
Well, something.
You know, you want to stay ahead in the mix-up.
Yeah. Saying, I'm on to you.
Exactly.
Bear out of shield.
If he gets into 71, that's good for something.
Definitely.
Around there. Oh my god.
That'll kill on a lot of other stages.
And now it's even again. I remember the set that Axe and I played. It was like, I think, Genesis 6 Finals. He probably had a game 5 last stock. And I only won because I did like a 5-head, like, way dash back forward smash read when he was going for a platform drop with an air. And there's little things like that. But when Axe is on, he can actually do this matchup really well against the odds. And there you go.
Wow.
Again, finds it.
And that was just a pixel perfect
Really
whiff
tall
punish
height.
there.
I mean, yeah, Jigglypuff in the
the
middle of a
vertical
full
range, yeah, on that up smash is crazy.
Way up here.
I'm glad to see him like sticking with Pikachu here also. I mean, obviously he's working, it's up in the set, but this is a matchup that he switches a lot for. You
Yeah,
know?
it is clearly panning out for him. I mean, I see the logic, right? It is a losing matchup, but at the same time, he gets a lot of, he can kind of swing like that. He can kind of swing with the up smashes and go for them. And if he gets one, it's huge. He's not going to get punished too hard if it's a whiff. So.
Right.
Looking like another grind of a game here on Dreamland. 2 minutes in.
Absolutely.
One stock apiece.
This is looking a bit more timeout pace right here. And I think 2saint realizes that he can't bully Axe as much. So maybe that might be his early strategy on. But it depends on if he hits the rest or not. Oh, wait!
It's the reverse hit.
Okay, messing it.
Good air dodge by 2saint.
Wow,
Oh,
great
there we go.
ring, Axe.
That's about as big of a combo as we've seen.
Right.
And
Yeah.
those little percents add up.
They do.
20%, but you know, we'll take it. Gotta get the hit somehow, right?
Yep.
I mean, in particular with Puff, you want to get now up smash percent, right?
Yep. And I
Get a
think
little more of it.
so. When you're Puff as 2saint, you see Pika at 32. What do you want here? You want a drill grab? You want maybe a little forward smash? Axe has to read that once. And that's it. Up smash. Yep.
There
or
it
a
is.
pound. He wants the pound, right?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that was a grounded pound, too. Probably not what he was looking for there.
Yeah, exactly.
There have been a lot of pound punishes. Pound is a risky move at this level of play.
I really do think every Puff player, myself included, has tells based upon what your percent is, right? What your percent is will determine what we do to you.
What you're looking for.
Exactly. And Axe is right now dissecting it really well.
I've always thought that was cool in the Puff matchup on both sides because it does go both ways, right? Puff is a character where the percent of Puff matters a lot. Axe isn't really looking for the up smash at 32.
Right.
He's going to build damage in other ways.
Right.
And 2saint just seems to not really be making a lot more progress in the last game. Neutral is literally Axe doing a super fast dash dance every single time. 2saint guessing with Nair, guessing with Pound, guessing with something. And then every time he guesses, if it's correct, he takes like a little bit of percent. If he's wrong, just takes a big up smash. And look, you can see he's afraid now, pulling back to the ledge more. 4 minutes down. Needs his edge guard. Yep.
Tough to get anything there, yeah. Axe had too many options.
Yeah, and I'm not even seeing the angle. Oh, he really taunted.
I did not expect that.
2saint come out and play.
He is. He's getting in his head. And remember, Pikachu, the only character in the game that can cancel the taunt.
Cancel
on
the
the
taunt
ground.
with the shield.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Doc can do it on the platform, but it's
Right.
just crazy.
I mean, Axe is making this man frustrated finding an angle to approach in.
Yep.
It's been so difficult for him.
Axe's patience has been remarkable.
It's been
this set.
insane. Some of the best I've seen.
Also,
Again,
for someone who and Scar was saying, sort of, for someone who has to play these really fast sets with Foxes with Pikachu, really fast pace.
that was a set. Taunt him back.
Would it have KO'd at 60 before the hit? Maybe not.
I don't think so.
No.
It's the strongest in the game in terms of knockback. Let's see what happens. I'll tell you.
Oh,
wow.
That's
Good
you need to go for those. You have to go for those.
I think so, but it wasn't the optimal DI that he was looking for. He wanted to axe the DI back and make it a little bit easier.
Yep, Axe did a really good DI on it, but if you're against the wall like this, I guess not though, but he's only down 30.
I do think the side V punish kills there, though. The fully charged side V. So
Oh, yeah, quite a
bit of
risk.
consideration there.
Yeah.
Oh, for against Puff? No, up smash kills. Yeah, I missed it.
Right. Up
yeah, full
yeah.
charge up smash
Yeah,
will do it too.
Puff can only go for a rest below like 65 probably. But now, 2saint just brought this back pretty hard.
He did.
Again, I'm not sure why he's going so out for that. He sacrificed his stock for no reason.
Yeah, he's lost a couple of stocks that way.
He has to stay on the stage to edgeguard Pikachu. That's
Yeah,
always
you're so right. We've seen that multiple times this set. 2saint burning his 5 jumps a little early. And Axe just trapping him into an up smash.
That's right.
Yep.
Every little piece of damage here. Already at 29 off of 3 aerials. Forward throw.
I think I've seen maybe one edge guard this whole set actually work. There it is, down tilt. And sometimes you can do down tilt, you miss the tech, come to up smash. 52.
52.
Okay. Mix it up there, went actually onto the stage. Wow.
Yeah, if that shield pokes, that's...
He's been going for that a lot.
Oh!
Okay. Yeah, this is
Butterfly actually connecting.
I have fear right now for 2saint.
Sure. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
He's been taking way too much damage on this last stock.
And Venomman, look at the clock.
That's right.
Okay.
That's huge.
Now
That's
this
huge.
Yeah.
very important stock here.
Slightly better situation than last game, but about the same amount of time left for 2saint.
Thing is, Axe is also at 0.
Yeah, not even in rest kill percent yet.
Oh, he's letting
But
it fly.
yeah, the up smash kill percent. It's on the board now.
It's on the board for Axe.
It's on the menu.
Oh my god, but
1 minute and 12 seconds left.
this is again even. Oh! Axe! Phenomenal
There it
play.
is.
2saint felt like he had to make something happen, but
Wow.
Axe's timing, man.
It took a lot of patience that after that first game, I didn't think Axe would have, but he really doubled down and was able to just literally stay in neutral, dash dance in place, and do exactly what it did to frustrate 2saint to the point of counter taunting, and it really paid dividends. Man.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. You know, the character switch thing. I think that's kind of like an impatience thing for Axe. Also, you start to think like, maybe if I have different tools, this isn't going to be quite as difficult. But the Pikachu is just so nice with it, you know. Like
Really?
you can do it. You just have to stick it out.
Right.
Yeah, like Toph was saying, well, we'll get back to that after we have a word with Axe. How are you feeling after that set, Axe?
He tried to camp me.
Dang.
Can you believe that?
No respect, huh?
He
How
was
does
really,
that?
like, it was really good. It was really hard. I just didn't expect him to I didn't expect him to camp me like that.
Axe, when did you decide it was the right time to taunt him back?
I mean,
Who taunted first? Wait, who taunted
No,
first?
yeah.
I
Axe
think
taunted
the
first.
idea
Axe
is like
taunted first.
if
Okay.
someone's
Axe
not
taunted
attacking
first.
you, taunt, so that way they attack
Exactly.
you. That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
But he seemed not really fazed by it, actually.
He kind of laughed. He kind of
Yeah, he
smiled.
kind of laughed
Yeah.
and
It's
he
a New
kept
York
doing his
thing,
thing, and
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that didn't work. He's super good, dude. Like, I don't know. He was really good, but
We were impressed by your ability to, hop from playing a Pikachu versus Space Animal matchup about as fast as it can get over to playing playing a Jigglypuff and going about as slow as it
You're
can get.
synonymous.
So yeah,
One and the same.
yeah.
Another puff. And
Another.
Yeah, that was.
how do you flip your mindset to play such a slower paced matchup like that?
Well, that was definitely a battle of patience and endurance, right? I felt pretty calm the whole time, and I think that had a big part to do with it. I think during those clutch moments, he kind of started panicking. And this is the difference between net play and in person, because I could see him panicking, like physically.
I will piggyback off with you. That is a huge. The in-person aspect is something we don't talk about at all, but it's a big part of mental play. And Melee is a mental game. You can sort of tell when someone's cracking, when someone's scared, just by seeing their body
Just
language.
by their body language,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
sitting next to you in the peripheral of your eye.
Yeah, I think if it was net play, it would have been totally different. So it's just interesting how those things come into play here.
Right as I sat down, I said, Axe can probably kill with up smash pretty early, like around 30%. And literally, as I said that, you got an up smash into down B, killing 2saint from 35%.
It's
Like on stage.
It goes like
was
that
ridiculous.
sometimes. That's why he was really careful. But
Yeah.
those were good games.
Good stuff,
Good
man.
stuff, Axe.
Thanks.
Good luck to Axe in the rest of the
Alright.
tournament as he advances into the gauntlet stage. But man,
And I think that's the last of the pool's matches.
Yeah. We're going to be moving into our gauntlets.
So the gauntlet is set up. I know my gauntlet if the chat wants to hear it.
What is your gauntlet?
What's your gauntlet?
So right now, Axe, because he beat 2saint, will fight None. I fight the winner of Axe and None.
Wow.
And the winner of that fights Wizzy.
Wow.
To gain top seed.
Top seed's so important because you want to be in winner's bracket for the final bracket tomorrow.
Top 2
Correct.
go into winner's bracket. Top 1, I mean, it's a top 4 seed.
But the gauntlet's still important for the top seeds because they can lose their 1 seed, right?
Right.
If Mango loses his match, he has to probably fight Zane instead of you know someone else. Round 1 of the bracket.
Round 1 of the bracket.
And it could happen.
Outside of top 8, mind you.
Yep, exactly.
He becomes in the 5 through 8 range there.
Yeah, so it's still very, very important for these players.
The match to determine winners and losers will basically be your match. So whoever makes it to you out of Axe and None.
Right. Yeah. So the 2 seeds playing the 3 seeds, that determines who's in winners and who's in losers.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see. Oh wait. Oh wow, the gauntlet's already started.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got it
Gauntlet
slated
stage.
up already. Moki versus LSD. Gonna be our first match of our Group A gauntlet.
Wow!
We're getting right into it.
I wonder if we can pull up the gauntlet on the screen for the producers, just because I want to see how it's gonna play out. I think Moki LSD. This might be Zane's gauntlet. I have to double check though. So
It might already be on Liquipedia for the fans at home.
Yeah,
checking out the bracket.
Wikipedia is quick, I hear.
Right, and so they're already all set up. All the ladders are all set up, so this is gonna be really cool how it plays out.
Yeah, man. What are your thoughts on the format, Hungrybox? Do you think it's a good way to get the seeding done here?
I think it's good. It's not my favorite, but it prevents any kind of collusion at all.
Correct.
Because in earlier summits, if you did want to see your match ahead of time, you could throw and play someone you were favored against instead. But now that prevents that completely because there's no way of knowing exactly who's in your gauntlet, so it's actually better.
That's right.
Yeah.
Real quick though, we did just want to thank our sponsors so much for supporting this event.
Yeah. Hitbox, the official controller sponsor of Smash Summit 11. Make sure you check out the Smashbox, which is the official controller of Smash Summit 11, and there's going to be a link below. You can just click on to pre-order yours today.
That's right.
Also want to thank HyperX, the official peripheral sponsor, the brand new HyperX Cloud Pink Stinger headset featuring lightweight 90-degree rotating ear cups, and don't forget the noise-canceling mic.
Very nice.
Hugo was saying he uses one of those, and big fan of it. Head to bts.gg/HyperX. You can get 20% off yours today if you use code BTSPINK. Mr. Pink. And that's through July 19th.
Mr. Blonde.
I love that movie. And then Red Bull, of course. Thank you to Red Bull for just giving us wings to share here at Smash Summit 11, official energy drink sponsor of the event. Hey,
Yeah, man.
we're going to take a quick break before we get into the gauntlet stage. High stakes matches coming up. Moki LSD, you already know what it is. After this very short break.
Just the word gauntlet is sick.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll see you
Gauntlet.
soon.
Throw